Today we are going to study lab number 10. The title of this lab is to identify the response of sequential circuits using hardware and software platforms. There are three objectives of this lab. First, to describe the basic function of sequential circuit. Second, to differentiate between various type of flip-flops. Third, to identify various ICs used to perform the basic functionality of various flip-flops. Now let's study the sequential circuit. Logic circuit that incorporate memory cells are called sequential logic circuit. Their output depend not only on the present value of the input but also on the previous values. Sequential logic circuit often require a timing generator for their operation. The timing generator is basically a clock, and clock is a scale wave. The latch or flip-flop is a bistable memory element widely used in sequential logic circuit. Usually there are two output, one is Q and other will be the complement of the Q. Previously you studied the combinational logic circuit. The combinational logic circuit does not have any memory, hence the previous state of the input does not have any effect on the present state of the circuit. Latches and flip-flops. Some of the most widely used latches and flip-flops are SR latch, SF flip-flop, T flip-flop, D flip-flop and JK flip-flop. The basic difference between a latch and flip-flop is that latches are level triggered devices. There are two levels, either high or low, while flip-flops are edge triggered devices. They change the state either on the positive edge of the clock or either on the negative edge of the clock. The first lab task is the implementation of SR latch. The SR latch can be constructed using NOR gate. It can also be constructed using the NAND gate. You have already studied these concepts in your theory lecture, so I will give a brief overview. As you know that the output of the NOR gate is equal to 1 when both the inputs are equal to 0. At any other input, the output will be equal to 0. So when initially both set and reset are equal to 0, the output will be equal to 1 and 0. At 0 0, so q bar will be equal to 1, q will be equal to 1 and q bar will be equal to 0. So initially if we say that the state is 1 0, next when we apply at 0 at the reset and 1 at the set, the output will be equal to 0 and 1. Basically it will reset the previous state. Next when we apply 1 at the set and 0 at the reset, the output will be equal to 1 and 0. It will set the state, and when we apply 1 1 at set and reset, the output will be equal to invalid state, as q will be equal to 1 and q bar will be equal to 1. They cannot be equal to 1 at the same time, so this will be an invalid state. Task number 2, you have to implement the SR flip-flop. The SR flip-flop is basically an SR latch with an enable input. If you see the circuit here, you can see this is the SR flip-flop implemented using the NAND gates here. There are two additional NAND gates here to which set and reset is connected, and a clock signal is attached here at this point. When the clock is low, the output will be equal to the previous state. When the clock is high, only then the data will be transferred. This is the table of SR latch using NAND gate. You can use this table to verify the functionality of this SR flip-flop. Task number 3 is the conversion of SR flip-flop to T flip-flop. The T flip-flop can be constructed using the SR flip-flop or JK flip-flop. The functionality of T flip-flop is basically the output toggles. When the clock signal is 0, the output will retain its previous state. When the clock signal is high, the output will be the complement. Basically, if the previous output was 0, the next output will be 1. This is the circuit diagram for converting the SR flip-flop to T flip-flop. Here you can see this is a SR flip-flop. Here Q is connected to the reset pin and Q bar is connected to the set pin, and here you are applying the clock signal. This is how you connect the SR flip-flop to the T flip-flop. T flip-flop can also be constructed using the JK flip-flop. Here you can see I have connected together the J and K pins and I have applied the VCC here. Here you are applying the clock signal, which is basically T, and you have to observe the output. When the clock will be 0, the output will retain its previous state. When the clock will be 1, the output will be the complement of the previous state. In task number 4, you have to convert the SF flip-flop to D flip-flop. The SF flip-flop can be converted to D flip-flop by using a NOT gate between the set and preset pin. The issue with the SF flip-flop was when you apply 1 1 at the input, the output was an invalid state. This issue is resolved in the D flip-flop. When the clock signal is low, the output will retain its previous state. When you apply 0 at the D pin and the clock signal is high, it will reset the state. So when the D will be 0, the output will be equal to 0. At Q it will be equal to 0 and Q bar will be equal to 1. When the D is equal to 1, clock is high, the output will be 1 as it will set the state. Here Q will be equal to 1 and Q bar will be equal to 0. D flip-flop can also be constructed using the JK flip-flop. For this purpose, the J and K pins are connected together using the NOT gate. So when the clock signal is low, the previous state will be retained. When you apply 0 at the D pin, it will reset the output, and when D will be equal to 1, it will set the output. So when D will be 1, here Q plus will be equal to 1 and Q bar will be equal to 0. And when clock will be 0, the previous state will be retained. This is how you convert the SF flip-flop and JK flip-flop to D flip-flop. In task number 5, we have to convert the SF flip-flop to JK flip-flop. The issue of having invalid state when both the inputs are high can be resolved by using this JK flip-flop. The SF flip-flop can be converted to JK flip-flop by using this circuit. Here you can see the output Q is connected to the second AND gate here, and here you can see the Q bar is connected to the first AND gate of the SR flip-flop. So when here you can say J is set and K is the reset. So when J and K both are equal to 0, it will retain its previous state. When J equal to 0 and K equal to 1, it will reset the state. Output will be equal to 0 and Q bar will be equal to 1. Similarly, when J equal to 1 and K equal to 0, it will set the state and output will be equal to 1 and Q bar will be equal to 0. And when both the states are high, when J equal to 1 and K equal to 1, we will have complement of the output. Next, we are going to implement the JK flip-flop using IC 7476. You have to apply the logic state at pin number 4 and 16, apply clock signal at pin number 1, connect the pin number 2 and 3 with VCC, and you will have the output on pin number 15 and 14. Implement the circuit on the Proteus and verify the functionality of the JK flip-flop IC. In lab task number 6, we are going to study the JK flip-flop. In JK flip-flop, when the input state was 1 1, the output was the complement of the previous state. The issue arises when the input state remains same, state is 1 1, then the output keeps toggling between the previous state and the complement. So in order to resolve the issue, we are going to use the JK flip-flop. This is the circuit of the JK flip-flop. Here we have used two JK flip-flop. This is the first JK flip-flop and this is the second. Both are connected together in the series. The clock is connected in such a way that the clock of the second flip-flop is the complement of the first flip-flop clock. Here you can see we have used a NOT gate for the second flip-flop clock. You can call the first flip-flop as the master flip-flop and the second flip-flop as the slave flip-flop. When the clock input is 0, the second flip-flop will be in working condition, and when the clock is 1, the first flip-flop will be working. Also you can see when the clock will be 0, the first flip-flop will retain its state and the second will be producing the output. Similarly, when the clock will be 1, this flip-flop will be retaining its state. For the post lab task, you have to differentiate between different types of flip-flops.